I don't have to switch it on, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Magwenya. Your Excellency, President William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, and ministers from Kenya and South Africa, ambassadors and high commissioners who are here present, and members of the media, and senior officials in both our two governments. This morning we were privileged to warmly welcome His Excellency President Ruto and Mrs. Rachel Ruto, together with my wife, who have accompanied or who are accompanied by the delegation from Kenya. Our countries enjoy long-standing ties of friendship, solidarity, and cooperation over many years. These ties are rooted in our shared history, our common aspirations for African development, and our mutual commitment to peace, democracy, regional integration, and multilateralism. Kenya remains one of South Africa's most important strategic partners in East Africa and on the continent more broadly. We have just concluded our official engagements, which included a one-on-one meeting and our official talks, whilst the two First Ladies have also had an opportunity to engage with a number of key role players in early childhood development. They visited a center like that in Mamelodi and will be reporting back to us on their experience this morning. Later today, we will address the Kenya-South Africa Business Forum. The memorandum of understanding that have just been signed, as we all witnessed, provide a legal framework to further expand our cooperation, a cooperation that continues to deepen each time our officials and our ministers engage with each other. During our negotiations and exchanges, we extensively reflected on our bilateral relations. We have expressed satisfaction at the current state of our relations, which is coordinated through the Joint Commission for Cooperation at the level of our two foreign ministers. Our economic partnership is one of the most strategic pillars of our bilateral cooperation. Kenya remains South Africa's largest trading partner in East Africa, and it is also an important destination for South African investment on the continent. Leading South African companies have made significant investments in Kenya in sectors such as pharmaceutical services, retail and financial services, information and telecommunications, manufacturing, business services, and infrastructure development. South Africa's development finance institutions, such as the Development Bank of Southern Africa, alongside private financial institutions, are increasingly expanding their footprint in Kenya, particularly in renewable energy, infrastructure, and private sector development. We equally welcome the growing participation of Kenyan businesses in the South African market and the strengthening of commercial linkages between East and Southern Africa. But as South Africa, we want to see more Kenyan businesses investing in our market, and we want to see more Kenyan goods being on the shelves of our country, our shops in South Africa. The African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement provides a very unique opportunity for our two countries to further increase trade relations. In January 2024, I was pleased to witness the first shipment of exports from South Africa to Kenya under the African Continental Free Trade Area Preferential Agreement. President Ruto and I agreed that the Africa Continental Free Trade Area must serve as a catalyst for inclusive growth, industrialization, and job creation for our peoples. It should facilitate development of regional value chains and support African manufacturing and create greater opportunities, particularly for young people, for women, and for entrepreneurs across our continent. Our economic relations are coordinated through the South Africa-Kenya Joint Trade Committee, which met last month. The Joint Trade Committee reaffirmed the importance of promoting a more balanced and a mutually beneficial economic partnership through increased investment, industrial cooperation, skills transfer, technology exchange, and support the value addition and manufacturing in both economies. South Africa is keen to continue exploring opportunities for cooperation and infrastructure development in logistics, in transport, in energy and related sectors. And South Africa appreciates Kenya's key role as a gateway to East Africa and as one of the leading voices on matters of peace, security and development on the continent. We reaffirmed our shared commitment to strengthening the African Union and its institutions and ensuring that Africa speaks with one voice in addressing continental and global challenges. And in this regard, we appreciated and thanked the important role that President Ruto is playing to strengthen the African Union through the various reforms that must be concluded to make the African Union stronger and to make it much more effective. As vibrant democracy with deep constitutional traditions, South Africa and Kenya remain committed to the principles of good governance, of accountability, inclusive development, and the respect of the rule of law. In this regard, I conveyed my best wishes to President Ruto and the people of Kenya as they continue for the country's preparations towards the 2027 elections. I also wish to extend my heartfelt congratulations to you, Your Excellency, and the Republic of Kenya for being among the 3 nations chosen to host the Africa Cup of Nations next year, alongside Uganda and Tanzania. This is truly a proud and historic moment for East Africa. This state visit has further strengthened the bonds of friendship and cooperation between our 2 countries. It has, in my view, laid a much firmer foundation for deeper collaboration in trade, in investment, in industrialization, and infrastructure development, skills development, and the regional integration that we so yearn to see. Together, South Africa and Kenya will continue to work to advance the prosperity of our peoples and contribute to the realization of the African Union's Agenda 2063 vision and an integrated, peaceful, and prosperous continent. So we thank you once again, President Ruto, for having taken time out of your busy schedule to come to South Africa for a state visit, which we hope you are enjoying immensely, particularly our hospitality. Our hospitality is second to none, as you well know, as yours is also second to none. So thank you for coming to the most beautiful country on the African continent. Together with Kenya, there are no other 2 countries that are as beautiful as our 2 countries. So thank you for being here. Thank you.
Your Excellency, President Cyril Ramaphosa,